Hello, Randy Rain here, and I am tackling another Tomy mechanical handheld game. This time it's the Digital Daredevil, and again, nothing digital about it. This time you're a motorcycle jumping over hurdles, I guess you would call them. Anyway, I know this one needs a little bit of work for sure, so I better get started. Okay, there's no date on this one, but I'm guessing it's around 1980. Just like all of them, they take 2C batteries. And I heard it try to move. Anyway, supposedly it's this right here. This is broken, from what I've been told. Alright. Looks like 4 screws, one hiding down here in the battery compartment. Okay, I guess these things are going to be coming off. Okay, I guess the thing to do would be to look into this gear system here. All the gears are here. This is just the film up here. There's a clear piece of red plastic that I can see, and there's not much down in there, so best to start here. Okay, that didn't do a whole lot of anything. Obviously that doesn't come out first. Put these screws back. Okay, well let's take this red thing off of here. There's the little motorcycle. Oh yeah, there's more screws down here, I see. Okay. Looks like this whole unit can come out in one piece. This one. Okay. Okay, well, I can't figure it out. If there's a way to pull this whole unit out, I can't see it. Aha! There you are, you're underneath there. Damn it. Aha! Gotcha. So here's the back of the little motorcycle. I don't know what's going on here. That will be interesting. Yeah, obviously some little I don't know what that is. Maybe that's the wreck. Here's the film strip. Let's see, there's, I don't know, a car. You gotta jump over a car. Some barrels. Whatever those are. Same little system. There's little grooves cut in the film. So little tabs are sticking through, and when everything makes contact, again, it'll turn on this solenoid that's in here. I can tell by this little wire, which I think I'm going to take off for now. Well, it's got some crazy mechanics. I mean, this is something here. Guess it's time to open it up. Obviously the noise maker. Gosh, yeah. Okay, here's what I figured out so far. The motor, which has a gear, and the gear's fine, it sets right here. That gear connects underneath this crown gear, underneath here. So it's going to turn this whole little thing here. Now, ignore that one for now. Just focus on this one. This is the same as all of them. Pull it out. What you have is these little satellite gears and these little notches. So as it spins, it can turn like this, but then as soon as one of those notches holds, it spins the gears now. And so it changes, it's like a little transmission, it changes the different missions. There's this little arm right here on this solenoid, and that's what catches the little notch. So as soon as it gets there and it gets caught, now that gear down there engages here to this. That other gear down here isn't engaging anything. So as that gear turns this one, it turns here and comes down to here. Now here's the different speed control. So it's going to be going here to here up to here. Or you can push this way. Now it's this one connecting to this one, connecting to this one. So that's the different speed change right there. And it ends up changing this speed of this one, which comes over to here. And this is the part I haven't really figured out too much yet. But it comes down to here, and this goes to the film strip. So it'll be going faster or slower on that film strip. It also comes down here to the counter. So as long as you're traveling and you haven't wrecked, the counter is turning, so your score is getting higher. And the film strip is going here and here. But then at some point you're going to wreck, and that's when all the contacts get made. And when it does, it turns on this solenoid. And when it does, it goes this way, and it allows this to move over. This slides, and it does something to this motorcycle up here I haven't figured out yet. But now that arm drops, so now that notch can pass until it gets to the next notch. And now that notch is turning this gear here, which is going to the noise maker, but then also engages this gear over here, which pushes this back over here, which disengages here. I think that's what turns the solenoid off, because that disengages the solenoid and it drops back to where it started. And that other gear that I took off, what it does is connect to here and comes down, and it goes to this, which is the blinky light. This is what's blinking the light, and then this is turning the timer. So that's what I know so far, and everything looks good. This is what I was warned about this here, but for some reason I thought it was different than what I'm looking at here. That doesn't seem to be the problem with it. Everything here looks pretty good. Now also, with the same thing that's moving the film strip is also coming down here to this gear. And then this is the button. This is the jump button. So when you push down, it engages these two gears. And then when you let up, it stops. And it's doing something on the other side. Okay, I see the problem, and I see what the person who I got this from was talking about. And I see where they were wrong. Okay, it's right here. So these two little terminals right here have to touch this metal plate right here for everything to go, because this is the timer. Then once it gets here, one of those will touch this notch and it'll disconnect. And then to reset it, you have to be able to turn this to its connecting again. So you turn it off, you turn it to its, this is when it says turn to start, you're turning it so that the two terminals are connected again, and one of them's not on this blank spot right here. But you can't do that right now because this just spins, and that's not right. That shouldn't spin. But if you look there, it has a flat side. Things that have flat sides don't spin. And you can see where it's been broke here and glued back. So this is supposed to fit on here and lock into place so that you can turn this thing. So this gear is turning this gear, and this gear is connected to this worm drive here. Now you shouldn't be able to do it, and you can't right now. But the reason you can't is because this is all one piece, and it shouldn't be. That's what this spring is for. See, this gear right here is split, and the repair job was to glue all this together as one, but it shouldn't be. This needs to be able to slip, okay? That's why there's a spring. It's just friction. It's just held by friction. So when you turn this to reset the timer, it needs to be turning this right here, and this will be locked with the worm drive gear so it won't move. But then when the worm drive is turning this and this gets turned, it's turning the timer. These cannot be locked together. That's wrong. Okay, so I need to break this free. This should be able to slide up and down on this shaft. It's got it all gummed up here. Yeah, that's not right. This should run pretty free on that shaft. Okay, I'm going to have to do something about this. See, this gear is broken, and this is the one that's supposed to be locked onto the shaft, not the other one. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. It should be able to slide up and down this shaft, and that spring is going to be pushing on the other gear. And the other one's a 10 tooth, so it gets put on. Okay, so that goes to there. And then this one here. Now I need to do something about this because you got to be able to turn this like that. And you want it to slide here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just try CA glue. I should have known. So I did what I should have done the very first time and just went ahead and 3D printed a new one. Okay, try to put this back together one more time. And of course, taking this on and off so many times I broke the little plastic thing that makes the noise here. So I took a piece of plastic from a blister package. Okay, here's how it works. When it starts going, it's turning this gear and it's going to reset the motorcycle, and it's going to try to keep pushing it down here with this gear. But the gear only goes so much, so it's going to eventually stop, run out of gear, and when it does, it's just going to start kind of jiggling back and forth like this, like the motorcycle's going. Then when you jump, you push this button here. That drops this gear down onto this big gear right here. And then this gear, as it spins around, it pushes it up. And so it rides up a little bit, but then when it comes back down and engages back onto that gear, it pulls it back down. Then you jump up, it does that, and gear, then when it comes back down, the gear that hits again. But then if you collide, the solenoid activates, and when it does, it activates this over here like this, pulls to there, and as it comes up, it disengages that arm, this arm right here. So as it pushes over like that, which lets it come undone, which pulls it, and then it connects these two right here. So as it does that, resets, and this spins around, that locks back into place. Okay, I have the solenoid disabled still, so it's not going to activate when it hits anything. If I turn it on, there's fast. Jump. Okay, so I think it took me 8 times to take it apart and put it back together to finally get everything just right and working like they're supposed to be. This one was pretty hard and there's a pretty good difficulty. This one made up for how easy it was to fix Hit and Missile. So alright, here we go. Me playing Digital Daredevil. So it says, with right hand control jump and reset buttons, with left hand control speed. Time it just right, pressing the jump button to clear obstacles. If you crash, press reset button until motorcycle is in an upright position. Crashing loses valuable seconds. Scorekeeper will show total points. All right, here we go. I might need to move to Pro 2. I was like 74, 71. Let's try Pro 2. $11. Okay, Pro 2's a lot harder. And so I want to thank these people right here. These are my patrons. These are people helping me out, and I thank every one of them so very, very much. If you'd like to become a patron, there's a link below, of course, and there are perks, so you might want to check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it very much. That was Digital Daredevil and how it works.
No, you're not.